Hello, beautiful community. I hope that you're all very, very well today. My name is Claire. Welcome to my channel. And today we're going to talk about purpose. And in particular, I want to share with you 3 tips that is going to help you to discover your purpose. One of the reasons I talk so much about purpose with the people that I work with is because I spent many years trying to work out where I fitted in the world and what my purpose was. So after school, I had no idea what I was good at, no idea what I enjoyed, no idea what sort of work I wanted to do. So I did a secretarial course, and then I just kind of went from pillar to post for the next 20 years in so many different organizations, so many different jobs, trying to work out what it was that I wanted to do. I think I worked for a total of 12 organizations during that time. But what it gave me was this opportunity to work with a massive spectrum of society. So I got to learn so much about how to relate with different types of humans. So for instance, in one of the jobs, I was a PA to a headmaster of a private school in London, in Notting Hill. And there I communicated with the likes of royalty. Another job I had, I was a fundraiser for a homeless charity, and I got to relate with and communicate with homeless people. So I had this massive spectrum of society that I was connecting with and relating with, and this really enabled me to do the work that I do now with even more potency. So even though you might be somebody who's going from job to job to job, or you're not really sure what you're wanting to do, my sense is that the work that we do anyway is going to feed into our purpose. It's always going to help to train us in a way in order to do the work that we are here to do. Another thing that happened in all those different jobs that I held and all the different organizations that I was in is, when I look back, I noticed that there were 3 threads that really 3 themes that threaded through the entire 20 years of what I was activating within myself. And those 3 themes were: I was always serving one person, so I was a PA to one person, serving somebody to be great. I was always serving a community, so for instance at that school I was serving all the children and the families, and I was even the first aider for all 240 children. And I was always in some form of communications. So I used to work for BBC as well. I worked for the London Evening Standard. I was always needing to communicate in my work. And if I look at those 3 themes that threaded throughout those years, I'm still doing all of that, but I'm doing it in the industry and in the field that I actually want to work in, and doing it in a way that I want to. So when we find our purpose, and when we find how we want to share that with the world, it takes on a much greater potency than when it is it doesn't have that container of clarity of exactly what it is we are here to do and how we're going to do it. So that's just a little bit about why I love to share purpose work with people. And I don't see that 20 years as a waste of time at all. I see it as the groundwork that I needed in order to do the work that I'm doing today. But some of you, most of you, probably don't need to go through 20 years of your life looking for that. You can probably do that far quicker than what I did. So, which brings me to what are the 3 things that we can, well, there are actually way more than 3 things, but in today's video it's just going to be 3 things that I share with you that you can start to tap into for yourself to help you to activate your purpose. I just need a sip of water. Okay, so the first thing that I'd like you to think about is, What work would you be doing if we lived in a moneyless economy? What work would you be doing if we lived in a moneyless economy? One of the biggest fears that I see in people that come to work with me around stepping into their purpose is that they are not going to earn money from it, is that they are not going to be able to sustain their lifestyle. Okay, that's one of the biggest fears. So that's a massive barrier. What work would you do if we lived in a moneyless economy? Okay, that's going to give you a clue as to what you really want to do. Okay. What the second tip is, what did you love doing as a child? Like, what really brought you joy as a child? And if you can't remember necessarily what brought you joy as a child, think back to what subjects did you love at school and why did you love them? The why is very important, because if you loved, let's say English, you loved English at school, why did you love English? Well, maybe you loved English because you really enjoyed orals, you really enjoyed getting up in front of the class and speaking. That could give you a clue to something around communication or public speaking, something around your voice, okay? Or you could have loved English because of your compositions that you wrote. And so there could be something around your imagination, around writing, around researching, okay? So you can see how the why is very important, because it drills down to precisely what is the nugget in that thing that you can take from it that can now help to inform your purpose. And then the third thing is, what are your hobbies currently? Or what do you love doing where you can spend hours doing that thing and you don't even realize that time has gone by? What are your hobbies? Or what is that thing that you can spend hours doing? Okay, this is going to give you a massive clue to what you are here to share with the world, what you are here to share with the world. Okay, very, very important that we share what we love with the world. We're not here to do what somebody else is doing. It might look similar to what somebody else is doing, but you are here to do you. Never, ever compare yourself to somebody else. Always be inspired by them, rather. Be inspired. If you find yourself comparing or judging, this is another barrier. So the first barrier to people in their purpose, stepping into their purpose, is money, worrying about paying the bills. And the second barrier is people's sense of worth. Well, who's going to listen to me? Can I really do that? Who am I to step into this thing that I want to do? I mean, that would be, that's not what it should be far harder than that. Or we kind of put these beliefs on ourselves that we can't do something, or that and we even look at it, what we even do to trick ourselves is, if it looks easy, we also then go, no, it can't be that simple, it can't be that easy. So we come in with all these different barriers. So the one thing is certainly look at what you love doing. That's what the world wants from you, and that is what you're good at. That is what you're good at, okay? What else about being good at something and following your joy? You see, following your joy and being good at something means that it's really what you're here to do and what you're here to share, because in my understanding, we are actually all here to share our joy, to share our love and our light with the world, And that very thing is not going to be something that we struggle with. It's really not going to be something we struggle with. It doesn't mean that it won't necessarily be challenging, and because challenges are good along that path. They challenges coming to grow, to help us expand and to help us grow and help us to learn and move to the next level of our awareness. Okay, so it doesn't mean it won't be challenging, but it won't be something that you struggle with, that's really hard. It will be something that you find pleasure in doing. You receive a sense of fulfillment when you're doing this thing. Okay. So I think that's all I'm going to share on purpose for this week. There are a lot more videos that I'm going to share, a lot more tips, things that you can reflect on, that you can ask yourself. One more thing I actually want to say is that purpose is not only your work. Bringing purpose to all parts of your life means bringing your passion, bringing your soul and your spirit into all areas of your life, from your finances to your relationships, to your love relationships, to your home, to your lifestyle, to your work, to all areas of your life. Okay? Your work is just one aspect of it, and that's just one little kind of like segment that I'm talking about today. In these videos, I'm going to be sharing a lot more tips to find that thing for your work, but I'm also going to be sharing information with you and techniques as to how you can step into more drive and passion and purpose in all areas of your life, and how to really activate that. Because I truly believe that we are here at this time in order to reclaim the power that we are, remove the veils that prevented us from seeing the power that we are, and to share that with the world in all areas of our life. Okay, before I leave, I just want to say, if this was your first video on purpose with me, go back if you like and have a look at the first one that I shared, which just spoke a little bit about purpose and what I'm going to be doing over the next few weeks, months, years maybe. I think that might be helpful for you to have a look at as well. Beautiful. So I look forward to seeing you for the next video. Let me know in the comments what you feel your purpose is. Let me know in the comments what you loved doing as a child. What were your favorite subjects and why? Speak soon.